Just a kid from Uptown. Venom Smoke Pod.
And I'm here. There are technical difficulties, but it's your boy Mo Young, kicking to you live, bringing this podcast today. You know, the Venom and Smoke Show. So I normally have my partner Nasty here with me, but you know, he has some unforeseen circumstances, so he can't make the show tonight. So I'm going solo dolo tonight. Who knows? I might even have some people drop in, but as it look for right now, I'm going solo dolo tonight. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into the sports podcast. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dame Lillard and the Clippers beef. So as y'all know, Dame Lillard, played the Clippers last week. Played the Clippers last week. And there was some interesting things that went on. There was Dame missing the free throws that basically cost the Blazers the game. And it was some trash talking going on afterwards, from Pat Beverly and Paul George. But it went from the guys trash talking to the girlfriend and the sisters start trash talking. It was crazy. And then, the side I take on this one though is Dame, because Dame put out Pat Beverly when he was with the Rockets with a dagger. Then he took out Paul George last year. I'm like, how can Paul George even talk to Dame Lillard when this man basically made you leave Oklahoma City? So Dame Lillard is that dude. He don't get that credit because he's in Portland. And there's a lot of, it's that West Coast thing. You really don't really see it, West Coast basketball like, you're supposed to. But Portland don't get the respect they deserve. Portland is definitely a dangerous team. And everybody better hope Memphis hold on to that spot. Because if Memphis doesn't hold on to that spot and Portland getting that that number 8 seed, it might be trouble for the Lakers. Like how the Lakers are playing and how Portland is playing. Y'all, nobody want to see Portland in the playoffs. They got Melo playing. They got Melo. They got Dame, CJ. They got a squad. So nobody wants to see Portland when they make the playoffs. Especially the Clippers don't want to see Portland. And I'm gonna say it just like that. The Clippers, to me, can be beat by Portland because Portland has dogs. Portland has some dogs that can go along with the Clippers dogs. And that's going to be a very, very interesting season. A series, I want to say. A very interesting series. And I said, so they better hope Ja Morant find a way to keep winning games, because if Portland sneaks into that 8th spot or even get to the 7th spot, it's game over. It's game over for these LA teams. And I'm not liking how the Lakers are looking right now. I know a lot of Lakers fans going to come at me and they're going to say, oh, man, Mo, what you talking about? We got Bron, we got AD, but your role players are not playing like they're supposed to play. And you get somebody like Dame Lillard who got a chip on his shoulder. Y'all ain't see what he did. Yesterday dropped 51 after somebody pissed him off. So he already has a chip on his shoulder. And he needs to, I said, he doesn't need much to get his motor going. And if you give Dame Lillard inspiration and you get him fired up, it's done, though, man. Like, it's done. Like, I believe he can upset some people in that first round. He can do some. That Blazer team can do some upsetting in that first round. And there's a lot. There's a lot of people, that don't really watch Portland because Portland don't be on TV like they bombard us with the Lakers, like they bombard us with the Clippers, they bombard us with the Bucks. They bombard us with the same teams, and these up and coming teams they don't really show because Portland not a sexy city. Portland, Oregon, nobody really watching for Portland. But Portland is a dangerous team. They got Yusuf Nurkic back from his injury. They are a dangerous team. There's a lot of those dangerous teams that people haven't watched that's in the bubble right now that these top teams don't want to see. So they better hope injured Memphis can drag along into the playoffs, because if Portland gets into that playoff spot, it's done. I'm just saying, it's done if Portland get into it. Y'all comment and tell me y'all thoughts on that. But the funny thing about this beef was the girlfriend and and Dame Lillard's sister got into it. Paul George's girlfriend and Dame Lillard's sister got into it. And, it was like he called Dame Lillard's sister, called his Paul George's girlfriend a stripper, and the girlfriend called her a cow. I love it. It brings back an old school feeling. Stop all this this bull crap that's going on. Stop all this friendliness. Stop all this, oh, man, we buddies, man. It's basketball, man. You're supposed to be competitors. I'm supposed to hate the guy ahead of me. Not off the court, y'all can be cool, but we don't supposed to be friends when we playing. And it's too friendly nowadays. And I think we need to I think we need to go back to when it was a rivalry back in the early 90s and the 80s. And, I think even some in the early 2000s, there was rivalries that were like hardcore rivalries, and they used to fight. They used to fuss. They used to go at each other, and those series used to be so competitive that made basketball worth watching. All this friendliness, people always want to be friends, and on the court, nah, man. When I'm on the court, I'm trying to, get it. I'm trying to take you out when I'm on that court, like not physically, but I'm trying to mentally take you out. If I had to get physical, I would get physical. That's how the old school basketball was played, and that's why it was such a better game back then. And this here is an old school feel. I hope the first round it be the Blazers versus the Clippers, because everybody will be watching that. That's must-see TV. People need to realize that drama is needed in basketball. Like, it's too friendly now, and no, drama was sells basketball. It sells it. And you got, Dame Lillard don't care. He went at Shaq. He went at who's that kid, man, from the Kings. He went after the guy from the Kings. His name escaped me right now. Oh, Marvin Bagley. He went at Marvin Bagley. This dude don't care. Like, and then you need that. You need that type of mentality to be a leader. That's that old school, y'all call it Mamba mentality. I just don't care. I'll go at anybody. And that's Dame Lillard. And Dame Lillard is that guy. He is. He's that guy. And he needs more respect. Because if Dame Lillard played for the Warriors, Lakers, any other of these major teams, Dame Lillard would be we talked about more than he is. He keeps getting snubbed. He keeps getting the short end of the stick And people aren't going to respect Dame Lillard because Dame Dollar done put more people out the playoffs than Paul George ever did. Oh, you know, I'm saying the only one on that Clippers team that really can talk is Kawhi Leonard. Because who else on that team has a championship? A worthy player on that team. Who else has a championship? Nobody. I guarantee you. Nobody. Paul George never been to a championship. Lou Williams. You can go down Montrezl Harrell. You can go down the list. All these stars. Only one man on their team has been to a championship. So that Clippers versus Blazers will be a lot closer because the talent is the same. They both haven't really been to championships, but the Blazers have dogs. Like I said, they got CJ McCollum, they got Dame Lillard, they have Carmelo Anthony who found the fountain of youth. They got Nurkic. They have a good nucleus out there in Portland. So people need to put some respect on Dame Dollar name and let him and respect this guy. I said because you come at him, even Skip Bayless coming at this guy for what? I'm like, Skip Bayless, man, you ain't never played the sport really. They be coming at this guy. And Dame Dollar, all he does is be an assassin. That dude is an assassin, and you need that. People need to understand to be Damian Lillard, being an assassin, man. Like, you know what? Give me the ball in my hands with 5 or less seconds left, and let me shoot your eyes out. That's what you need. That's a dog, and not too many people are dogs nowadays. Everybody want to defer and all that, but that dude is a dog. Dame Lillard is a dog, and I will take his clutch gene over anybody on the Clippers. That's my 2 cents. If I had Nasty here, he'd probably pick the Clippers. I know him because he don't like to agree with me. But Dame Lillard, he ended the Houston's hopes that time when Pat Beverly was on the team. He ended the Oklahoma City Thunder. He broke that team up. I have never seen a player broke a team up like Dame Lillard has. Dame Lillard has broke up the Oklahoma City Thunder. Even though they're doing well this year, the Thunder. He broke that nucleus up. He made Westbrook go to Houston, and he made Paul George turn and tuck his tail between his legs and go to LA. So Dame Lillard, man, you got the Venom and Smoke seal of approval here. Like, I hope y'all make it into find a way to sneak into the playoffs. Y'all only a half a game out. So, man, that's who I'm rooting for. My team in there, because my team out, the Pistons are out. I got to root for the Trailblazers to make it in, just to make it interesting. So, I'm going to switch gears. And we still more bubble talk. Who's been more dominant in the bubble? T.J. Warren or Devin Booker? This is a tough one because T.J. Warren came out of nowhere. T.J. Warren, nobody really, he was an afterthought. He got traded to the Pacers for cash. That's how much people respected his talent. He got traded not for draft picks, not for players. He got traded for cash because the Suns needed cash. And Devin Booker been Devin Booker. So he just been on a trash Suns team who now got that youth movement. But they also have a coach in Monty Williams who the Pelicans should have never got rid of. They should have never got rid of him. The Pelicans should have never got rid of Monty Williams. And that was the worst mistake they ever made. And the franchise have never recovered since they got rid of Monty Williams. I don't care. They went to the playoffs, whatever, but Monty Williams had this team going in the right directions. That's what the Suns is doing right now. But I have to say, even though T.J. Warren is putting up the numbers, I got to go with Devin Booker because they're undefeated. Devin Booker, to me, is, he might have the spirit of Kobe in him because he hits daggers. He's beaten great teams. The Pacers have lost, even though T.J. Warren going on the tail. And everybody want to go with T.J. Warren right now because he's the hot name, but the man with the game is Devin Booker. Devin Booker is now 5-0. I think 5 or 6-0. They didn't lose. That's another dangerous team if they sneak in. Can cause havoc can cause mayhem in the playoffs. It's like I've been saying, it's going to be one of these young, unexpected teams that get in the playoffs that are going to upset some of these favorites because this is a tournament style and young legs win. Because if it's a tournament style thing, younger legs are going to win because all it takes for one of these older teams is to get hurt. Somebody like the 76ers right now, players are getting hurt left and right. And then once that happened, and you just built up on stars, and two of your stars like the 76ers get hurt, it's dangerous for a team like Phoenix or Portland to get into the playoffs because they can do real damage. And Phoenix was just invited just to get some cardio. That's what makes this more like surprising that they are 6-0 because Adam Silver just said, hey, come on in and get some cardio, stay in shape. That's the only reason why we invited y'all here. And Devin Booker is taking the second chance, and he's running with it. He's running with it. He's running with it, and he's running with it. And that's what my vote goes to. It goes to Devin Booker because Devin Booker is carrying the Suns team. They were like dead last in this bubble format. And they are very close to the 8 seed. And if it's going to be a tight race between Memphis, Portland, and Phoenix. Now, TJ Warren, I'm not going to poo-poo on his performance. I'm not going to downplay it because it's really dominant. TJ Warren is really dominating things now, but the slightly more dominant player in the bubble to me is Devin Booker. And that's because Devin Booker, to me, his game, he showed more of his game more than TJ Warren. TJ Warren might be just a one-hit wonder, but Devin Booker is a cornerstone you can build your franchise around. Once LeBron and KD's retired, you're going to be hearing a lot more of Devin Booker. And I'm mad to this day that my Pistons didn't pick Devin Booker because Devin Booker always could shoot, but now he's getting more to his game. And once he got to do is show up on that defensive side a little bit more, and he's going to be deadly. He's going to be a deadly combination. He's going to be deadly. And TJ Warren, I don't know. I got to see more out of TJ Warren. Maybe because people are out of shape and getting in shape that he's doing it, or maybe he's turned the corner. But I would not build my team around TJ Warren right now. It's just maybe because everybody's trying to catch up to speed and he's looking good. Because maybe a mediocre player that is catching fire right now. Because TJ Warren been in the league, he's been cool. He's a good role player. He's a good starter. But I wouldn't build my team around TJ Warren. And Devin Booker is showing you he's willing this team to an undefeated record right now. They're undefeated for a reason. These people are undefeated. The Suns are, I hope they make it. I hope the Suns make it. And like I said, I hope they make it, but it's kind of tough with the Trailblazers. They're chasing the Trailblazers who are chasing the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies are hurt right now. So it's going to be tough for the Suns to make it into the playoffs, but they need Dame Lillard to lose, and they need Memphis to keep losing. But I like what they're doing, and they're building for the future. And I need the Suns. The Suns I just want to give a shout out to the Suns for having Monty Williams as their coach and giving this man a second chance. He turned around the New Orleans Pelicans squad, and they got rid of this man after he made the playoffs. And then, he lost his wife, and then he got back into coaching. Monty Williams is actually a nice guy. I met him before multiple times. He's a nice guy, and I'm just glad he's doing what he needs to do. With his Suns team. He's taking a young team because he know how to develop young talent because he did it in New Orleans, and he just turning loose Devin Booker. And Devin Booker is a guy. He's a generational talent. He could be a generational talent. I ain't gonna say he is one now, but he's one of those players that in a few years he could be in the top 10 NBA players. Right now, he's in 15 to 20 range. I give him. But he don't get that shine because he's in Phoenix. And it's the same way, like I said earlier, with Dame Dollar, because the market you in, you don't get that shine. Zion is the only one I can see in a small market that really is getting that shine because he's Zion Williamson. Like Ja Morant don't get that shine. It's like smaller market teams are taking over now because they're getting the younger talent, and they're gonna be ready once LeBron and that crew retire. When all that that banana boat crew retire, I know D Wade already gone, but when that go and KD go and Kyrie go, that next group is going to be small market teams. And like Phoenix, you can say New Orleans if they get another coach. You can say Memphis, like Portland. They even though Melo old, Portland still has a good base. Denver, all those have young talent. And these young talented teams are going to start to take over. And Devin Booker has been more dominant than anyone in this bubble that I've seen. I've been watching the games, and they're making me believe in Phoenix that this team is going to be something to reckon with come next year when it's a full season. When it's full all-out season, it's going to be Devin Booker's show. It's the Devin Booker show. And Ayton is doing his thing too. So I try to watch all the games as much as possible, because there's a lot of bubble games going on. And, you miss one or two, but I really try to check out the Suns because they're up and coming, and I like the underdogs. And the underdogs, usually in this format, is always a upset. And I'm hoping the Lakers or the Clippers or one of these favorites get upset in the first round, just so it can throw a monkey wrench in this whole plan. Because I'm tired of seeing the same teams winning. Like I got tired of seeing Golden State winning. I'm glad they're not in the bubble. I got tired of seeing the same teams win. I want to see a new breed win. It makes sports more exciting when there's a new breed of player winning. So bear with me now. I got to take a sip of water. I'm not used to doing the show by myself, but show must go on. And to my next topic, the Pelicans. They are eliminated from playoff contention already. And most people pick the Pelicans to get the 8th seed. And as you see, I'm from New Orleans, and I don't hate the Pelicans. Everybody know I'm a Pistons fan. And I root for the Pelicans to do well. But if they don't get rid of Alvin Gentry, Zion would never reach his full potential. Lonzo Ball would never reach his full potential, or even the Brandon Ingram. He does not know how to coach. Alvin Gentry wasn't nothing when he was in the league before he went to Golden State. He didn't win. He never won. He always had a losing record. If you look at him, I think he was the coach of the Suns. He had a losing record. You have a chance to hire Mark Jackson, who built the Golden State Warriors the way they are, but you go get Alvin Gentry, who was the offensive coordinator, and did over there, and he didn't do nothing. He come here and do nothing. Like, they get to the playoffs, okay, they swept the Blazers that one time, and then got with the Warriors, and then, boom, they out the playoffs. Then Anthony Davis not happy of being here, and then he leaves. It's just nothing but a bunch of turmoil since he's been the coach. Like, that team is too talented to be eliminated already. You got Zion Williamson, who had time to rest his knee, but you want to sit him on the bench. And this is time to get the playoffs. These are playoff games for you Pelicans. Y'all not in the 5th or 4th or 3rd seed where you can rest your start. Nobody say play Zion 40 minutes. Nobody say play him 38 minutes. But you can play Zion 25 minutes and let him go. And you have a chance to win. So you in the bubble, but you playing like it's preseason. Like, I don't get this. And then his coaching schemes are stupid. His substitutions are stupid. He has too many young guns on that team to be eliminated already. Alvin Gentry, I think he always coached drunk because he always looked drunk to me. He needs to go. Alvin Gentry needs to go. They need to go bring in Mark Jackson. Like, I've been beating on this drum for Mark Jackson to get in the league since he's been blackballed for God knows what. He's been blackballed, but he built the Warriors. Without Mark Jackson, there's no Warriors. There's no Steph Curry. There's no Draymond Green. There's no Klay Thompson. There's no Splash Brothers. And this man has been blackballed for some reason. Some people say this is religious belief, but they need to go get Mark Jackson. I don't care what you need to do, Gail Benson. You need to go get Mark Jackson if you want to save this franchise in New Orleans. You need to go get him. You need to go ahead and get sacrifice whatever backlash you might get for hiring him, because just to save Zion's career, just to save Lonzo Ball's career, because Lonzo Ball's not that bad, but dude only scored 5 points in the bubble. Like, he's not scoring. Like, he turned the corner before COVID, and then he come back and he can't shoot worth the lick. And then maybe it's just your system. Because dude is not bad. Lonzo Ball is not a bad player. He's a decent player. He's not a superstar, but he could be a star. And then you got Zion Williamson, you just holding him back. Every time Zion gets you a lead, you put him on the sideline, talking about load management. He big. We know Zion Williamson about 300 pounds. We've been playing with that damn weight all his life. Let him play. This is the playoffs for y'all, man. And now y'all eliminated. Y'all going home. And y'all just playing games just to play them now. Y'all going home again. Like, you eliminated from playoff contention because your coach can't coach his way out of nothing. He's a horrible coach. Alvin Gentry is a horrible coach. Y'all need to get rid of Alvin Gentry. Pelicans fans, y'all need to call for him to get Mark Jackson so we can play some defense and run and gun. Y'all need to run and gun with these young legs. Y'all got 3-point shooters. Y'all got a person that can pass, that can run the floor, and you got a dominant big man in Zion Williamson. He can change games. I was questionable on him, but he made me a believer. He can change the game because he's going to score a bunch. Like, he was played like 15 minutes and he scored 14 points in 15 minutes. That's ridiculous. That's like almost a point a minute. So he can score points in bunches, and you need that. You need Zion Williamson to be that star that everybody think he can be. But if you keep holding him back because you're scared somebody's gonna get hurt, that's how somebody gets hurt, being scared of getting hurt. So when you do finally let the fella let him out, he might get hurt because he's thinking about getting hurt. That's an old sports adage. Don't hold anybody back. Zion Williamson is a guy to you let loose. You let him loose. You let him go. You gotta let some people like that go. You gotta let them just go out there and play. He's young. Let him get experience. But you keep holding him back. And Alvin Gentry been holding this team back since he got here. This team should have been a lot better than it should have been with Anthony Davis. This team, he's a good offensive coach, but he's not a head coach. And some people are not meant to be head coaches. And he's one of them. He's a head coach. He's not a head coach. He's just a coach. He's good as an assistant coach. He needs to stay assistant coach because he sucks as a coach. And they need to go out and they need to get Mark Jackson because I'm tired of seeing New Orleans sports suffer from coaching. Like, even Sean Payton with the Saints, his coaching decisions sometimes make us suffer. Alvin Gentry, all the time, his stuff makes us suffer. So we need to go get a coach that's proven, that's about defense, that don't care about anything but making the team better. They need to go get Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson is the answer for the Pelicans. Mark Jackson will make the Pelicans an instant contender. Mark Jackson might even bring a championship to the Pelicans, like he almost did to Golden State before they went and hired Steve Kerr, who basically just won it with his team, man. Like, basically, that's Mark Jackson's team that won all those championships. And the blueprint it shows that Mark Jackson can build a team of young stars into a superpower. So why not get Mark Jackson off of ESPN right now? He's calling the game right now, but you need to go get him off ESPN ASAP. So go hire Mark Jackson. Please, Pelicans. For me, go hire this guy because Mark Jackson will turn the Pelicans around. He will turn them around, and the Pelicans won't be getting eliminated this early in contention with Mark Jackson. Hey, I'm gonna start a hashtag fire Alvin Gentry ASAP. He don't need to be the coach anymore. And my last subject I'm gonna get on today, not gonna be here long. I'm not gonna drag it out. It's a lot easier to drag it out when you have other people on here with you. But when you on here by yourself, you just hit your points and you go, man. I appreciate the people who watching with me right now, and we're gonna keep this going. I'm gonna switch gears to college football. So we know COVID is affecting sports, and COVID is affecting life. So with this, there's news that just the rumor mill, this is up in the air. Some people saying the Big Ten has canceled their season. So, that's the first major conference that canceled their football season, and probably more will follow. And I just think with football, they just need to cancel it because it's different. You can't control it with football. There's too many people on that can be in contact with each other, and then you have to contact someone. That's the object of the game, is to tackle somebody. So you need to cancel football until we can get this virus under control. Have football in the spring, because until we get this virus under control, we don't need to be playing contact sports. Like basketball, you can control it because it's less people, and you can put them in a bubble like the NBA and the WNBA is doing. You can put them in a bubble, and you don't have to contact people as much. But in football, every play there's contact. Every play there's contact, and you have to tackle somebody, and you have to, you breathing on people, and a lot of nasty shit happen in football. If you're a football player, So there's a lot of sweat and germs and everything in football, and you got this helmet on that carries germs. I think we just need to just get rid of football for until we can get this virus under control, because it's gonna be like Major League Baseball. We're gonna get whole teams that are sick, that have COVID, and that's because you got to be so close to people in football. You have to be close. It's not just 10 people on the court like basketball. You got 22 people on the field at any given time. You got to have 11 men on the field. And then you got, in the colleges, hundreds of people on scholarship. So you have maybe a team with 100 people on the sideline. So that's exposing too many people to the virus. I think the Big Ten did it right. But if they cancel this season, it's because they're gonna get a lot of these kids sick. A lot of these kids, and then without the atmosphere of the fans in college football, that what makes college football so different. It's because the fans are so passionate, and the fans uplift the players. It won't be the same playing football without a crowd. You can play basketball without a crowd because it's about skill. Football is about emotion and momentum. And the crowd sometimes uplift you more in football than it does basketball or even baseball. You don't need a crowd. But in football, you need a live crowd. There's nothing like a college football atmosphere. And you take the fans out of that, it won't be the same. It will suck. The product will suck. So I think we need to straight up get rid of the season for now. We just need to get rid of it. And And, you know, the Big Ten, I think they might be doing the right thing, man. You know, you got to protect your players from themselves because the players going to always want to play. That's one thing about these players. They're going to always want to play. And that's being an athlete, former athlete myself. I might not say I was on a college level, but hell, I know if I was an athlete right now, I'd be wanting to play, even though I get sick. But you got to protect the player from themselves sometimes. You have to protect because they're just thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about the long term. They're not thinking about, you know, what if I catch COVID and die? Or what if I catch COVID and pass it to somebody and they die? They're not thinking about the long-term impact of the disease. Until people get this disease under control, they need to cancel this season. They need to cancel the season. And what is college football without the Big Ten? That means there's no Michigan State rivalry, no Ohio State, Michigan. You know, there's no big-time rivalries. Penn State, Michigan. A lot of these, you know, rivalries have Michigan in them, but yeah, you know, it's rivalries. You know, we need to we can't take the rivalries out of college football. And then now you got rid of the Big Ten. They're talking about the Pac-12 or the Pac-16 or whatever they call themselves now. They might be next. The only one standing firm is the SEC because they're ignorant in the South. That's one thing they can't. I'm sorry to say we are. They're not going to get rid of the SEC because that's too much money they're thinking about winning. And the SEC might be the only team playing in the NCAA because they don't. The South don't care about this disease. You can tell. There's a lot of people who don't wear masks that live in the South who think that stuff is funny. Now, a lot of ignorant people sometimes live in the South. Let's be real. And the Southeastern Conference is not even thinking about canceling the season. Well, now what happened if some of these major players that are supposed to be making it to the pros get sick? Now their futures are impacted. Now only one of them get, you know, got to go on a ventilator or something because they got a severe case of this disease. We thinking about these players as commodities and not as humans. These people are humans. And I know some of them come from the hood and they come from places that they want to get away from, but you got to sometimes think about yourself. Yeah, like you got to think about your health. Like football going to always be there. Like Deion Sanders said, you know, the game going to go on without you if you opt in or opt out. Football going to always be there, but your life is not going to be there. And you need to realize, these kids need to realize, man, it's not worth it right now to go out there and try to play football. It's going to be like baseball. Baseball had to take 2 teams out the league to put them in self-quarantine. Is it worth it? Basketball is under control because they're in a bubble. They got to take all these precautions. And it's bubble, but it's still not a lot of people. Like the amount of people that's in the bubble might equal 1 college football team. So we're talking about having a football game where they might have 200 people on the sideline, you know, a total 200 people, 100 on each side. Then you got film crew, referees, all these other stuff, and it's in an open stadium. So it's not like it's contained in the bubble. It's like you can, you know, disinfect the bubble and do all that. You can't stop open air. So it can be pretty bad. And then you can't do a bubble with this many teams in college football. So I think they just need to cancel it, maybe push it back. Not even cancel it, maybe push it back until we can get this disease under control. But the Big Ten did that. I think they did the right thing. You got to look out for your players. You got to look out for your personnel, coaches. You got to look out for some of these people who might be at risk to the disease. And then you don't want to have this, you know, this greed that's going around. You don't want this greed that's going around that, you know, of money and getting it jumpstarting the economy and getting everything back to normalcy. You don't want that to cause someone to die. And I think other people should follow suit because college football is not the same without people. You need people to make college football work. It's not the same. You can't have virtual fans in college football. And then if you're talking about bringing some people from the outside in there, what you going to bring? 10, 15,000 people? There's still a lot of people. You need fans for football. Basketball, you can play it without fans. But football, you need fans. You need fans because it's a different sport. When you're down, you're hurt, you need people to cheer you on, to lift you. It's a different feeling when you go to a football game versus a basketball game versus a baseball game. You need fans in the stand for college football. And I think just need to push it back until we can get this under control. And these people here need to just, the SEC need to watch out, man, because all it's gonna take is for one of them major programs to get struck by COVID, and then they're gonna be pissed off. And then they're gonna be like, oh, we shouldn't have done it. I'm telling y'all, push back college football. Don't start it in August, don't start it in September. Start it maybe in the spring. So I'm at the end of the show. I'm at the end of my topics today. So man, I'm gonna give a shout out to y'all who watch the show. Who support me, who share my content, who like it, who give me encouraging words in my inbox about my product. I thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm doing all this because I love sports. And it's not just my podcast and not just about sports. It's about current events too. But I use this platform so the people without a voice can have a voice. I do this platform for, because I want to have a voice. And I've realized, I love sports that much that I put my own money into it, to make it work. Man, like I said, I think my girl, man, she helps me on a lot of stuff like the logos. She helped me out with just encouraging me to do it. She bought me this podcast mic right here. Man, she helped me out a lot with this. And like my mom's, I shout you out too, because you give me encouraging words and say, even if it's one person or 1 million people, just entertain and people will see, because you know what you're talking about. And I thank my family for supporting me, and like all these other vendors on IG who reaching out, who want to be on the show, and I'm gonna find a way to get you on. And I'll support your product for supporting me. And like I said, I'm just like I say all the time, I'm just a kid from Uptown, man. And I say that because that's what I was, man. This kid from Uptown New Orleans, man, just was trying to find his way in life, and I finally found my passion in something. And this is my passion. This is not a get rich quick scheme or some kind of scheme to take your money. This is my passion. I love talking about sports. I love this. I put my heart and soul into this, and like I said, y'all keep watching. Like I said, it's free. It's free to support. I'm not asking y'all for money. I'm not asking y'all nothing but just y'all time to hear me out. Hell, if you think I'm talking BS, man, come on here and tell me I'm wrong. I'm not one of the people that's gonna shut you out, but support. Like I said, y'all, everybody talk about support nowadays. Like I said, I'm not asking you to spend your money or nothing. I'm just asking you, give me your time. Give me, just give me your time. Let me give you your ear. Pass my stuff along to somebody, man, who can help me get bigger. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth always works, man. Like I said, I believe in everybody can eat. So, man, like I said, shout out to y'all who support me. If you don't support me still, shout out to y'all for hating on me. Because if you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. But this is your boy, Mo Young. I'm about to head on out here, man. So y'all have a blessed day. And we'll be back later this week. Probably Thursday, because I'm going on vacation with the wifey on my usual time. So that's Friday. I'm usually doing a show on Friday, but I'm going on vacation. So I'm going to push the show up to Thursday. So we'll have a show Thursday. So I'll check y'all back Thursday. Y'all be easy, people. Shout out to Uptown, baby.